Typically, the end of one year into the next is a time for reset, renewal. This year is different. For most, 2020 has been a year of extraordinary change and loss. Our favorite life coach, Laya Raznick, is here with some tips on how to approach this new world in this new year. Laya, it's good to see you, and happy holidays, happy new year. We should really, I guess, treat this as a move forward and not really looking back at 2020.
Absolutely. It's very important for our mental health that we feel that we have something we can look forward to, right? And 2020 is not all bad. I mean, it's good to not just throw this year away and push it back, but it's very difficult to look forward in the way that we have looked forward in the past because everything's unpredictable right now.
I think some of the good things that have happened in 2020 is that we really have prioritized really what's important in life.
I think you're right, Joe. I think, and also we recognize, one of the things that we recognize is important is the here and now. And that is one way that we can come into to 2021 with a bucket list or excitement about what's next, but not be so focused on planning in the future.
All right, I know that you've got three big questions that we should actually think about and look forward to.
So one of the things that we need to do to clear the space so we can get excited is to really acknowledge the grief and loss that we've experienced in 2020. I know that we have been talking about it and complaining about it and felt depressed and depleted, but to acknowledge it with compassion for ourselves, with some empathy, to really maybe even make a list of all the things that we've lost in 2020, whether that's a person or a home or a job or a plan or excitement about, something that you anticipated was going to happen. It's very important to really list that out and to just sit with it for a minute, to let yourself feel it. I'm not talking about getting depressed. I'm talking about empathy.
And I think the other question that we probably should ask ourselves is really kind of take notice for what we appreciate in life.
Absolutely. That's the next step, right? Really look around. What is it in this very moment that really fills you up, that brings you joy? It actually is right here in front of us. If we choose to focus on it, it can be as simple as the sun on your face, or the ability to walk outside, or your pet, or a home that you love, or, a pair of pants that you got for Christmas that you're enjoying, or whatever it is. Find the things that really fill you up, that give you joy, and move your focus onto that. Because what we focus on is what expands in our lives.
And most of the time, that really is the simple things.
That's right. Right. And we're not very used to looking at that. And that's part of the gift of 2020. We are kind of forced to slow down a little bit. We're forced to look at the small things that are the things that really fill us up, and not so much on the big plan on the future. We have been forced not to make the to-do list the priority in the way that we used to.
Okay, but you also say that we should make a bucket list now.
Yes, and let's redefine bucket list. Let's say, can we look in the here and now and say, what is it that's really important to me? Not the trip to the pyramids, not later, but now. Life is short and unpredictable. If we've learned one thing, we've learned this life is unpredictable.
And so it really is the rule of three. So acknowledge your grief and loss, notice what you appreciate in life, and then make your bucket list now.
Your now bucket list. Yes,
all right.
Joe, exactly.
Some good advice. Happy New Year to you, Laya.
You too, Joe. Thank you so much.
We will keep thinking positive thoughts as we go into 2021.
Very good.
And keep it right here. We'll be right back.